Hello everyone, I'm Nameless and I'm the Oracle here at Nameless Intuitions. Today I am going to do a reading based on an object. I have 3 objects here that you can choose from. One is a bind rune. Another is a half-finished evil eye pendant. And the third is a D10 10-sided dice. For the nerds out there. So go ahead and pick what object called out to you, and I will see you at your reading. Alright. For those of you who picked object 1, the evil eye pendant, this is going to be your reading. Let's see. The first thing I see here is that you're seeking protection. And maybe even though you feel like you have the protection put in place, it doesn't feel fully finished. There's something missing. And you might know what it is, or you might have an idea, but something's holding you back. That's what I see from this pendant here. Alright, so let's get into your reading, huh? What do the runes have to tell you today? Oh, first off, God. Let's make an offering to the universe or to the spirits. Really just an offering of personal magic, as I would like to say it. As I'm going to tie this into a knot, and as I tie it into a knot, I'm going to ask for protection from the spirits, and that they only let in good and light. We're here for healing, but we offer our thanks for your guidance and any protection you have to give us. Thank you. Now, to seal that, I'm going to light this end. There you go. Alright, let's get into your reading. For those of you wondering, knots are incredibly powerful. They've had magic associated with them since we started tying knots. Those who are into witchcraft, it's very ancient witchcraft. It's pretty cool. Alright. See what the runes have to tell you today. Oh. So a lot of runes came out for you today. Ooh. They're seeming a bit jumbled up here. Alright, let's take a look here. I don't know what you can see, so I'm going to take a look. There we go. Alright. Okay. So first thing I see here, there is a lot of stuff going on. And I sense a lot of feelings in here. A lot of feelings. They're all jumbled up, and maybe you're swaying towards a certain way. So there's 2 things here that stick out to me first. The first one that stuck out to me is Berkana here. sideways, like a mountain range. So Berkana is the Earth Mother, kind of. She symbolizes the Mother Earth, so mountains. She's basically breasts. So in that term, I see life here. Yeah, and it's right here at the root position. So there's a new beginning. A very fierce new beginning. Something that's very vibrant. Maybe a little scary, maybe a little dangerous, maybe a little... What's the word? I'm getting terrifying. Oh, you feel terrified? Oh, well, it's not... It's okay to be a little terrified, but exciting. There we go. There are exciting new beginnings that have unknown pathways to you. Now, the second thing that brought my attention here is Wunyu. It's kind of wonky, but mostly reversed. Wunyu is the joyful companionship. I'm going to read it as that. I can also see, I feel like you're seeking joyful companionship. Maybe you've noticed that the people around you aren't really there for you. Right here, we have Elhaz, which I like to think of as freedom. It's the horse rune. And, it was kind of sitting a little bit like this, but mostly upright. And I think maybe this new beginning, maybe you're seeking freedom from companionship, which isn't joyful anymore because it's upside down. So maybe you were feeling trapped. Now, the freedom was on top of God's gift. There's two ways to read this rune, Gabo, which is God's gift, the G-rated version, or sex magic. If we take this to be a person, new beginning, maybe you were with someone who you're not feeling free with. And you're seeking freedom, maybe intimately. But I also see if this is another woman, maybe someone that betrayed you with someone else, Jezebel, if you like those terms. Yeah. But another way is coming up to me as well. It could be that there was sexual infidelity and you're seeking clarity and freedom from that. I could also see that maybe you're feeling trapped with someone and you're seeking a new beginning. Because here we have Gabo on top of Dagaz. Both of them are either God's gift, and I like to think of this as God's clarity, God's light, insight. It's daylight. It's very interesting here. Maybe you're leaving a relationship, a friendship, or some sort of companionship that hasn't been bringing you freedom. You're starting to see the clarity. You're starting to see that maybe just not satisfied. It doesn't feel. Now, normally this is a good rune, but I would. Alright, I'm being called to look at one of the books. Give me a second. Haha, this one. Elder Futhark, for anyone who wants to know anything about runes. Very knowledgeable. Alright. So let's look up here, Gable. It's also bringing me to Degas here. Attaining mystical moment through penetration of the secrets of the the gift of the golden. Yes, mystic light. You're seeking truth. You're seeking knowledge. Gabriel here. Let's see what I'm looking for. Here we go. Right here. Alright. Gift or hospitality. That which is exchanged between gods and men. The crossing of two beams in the building of a structure. Interaction of two forces. You're seeking a mystical union. You're not feeling satisfied or free. You don't feel yourself. So let's, I'm being called to look over here to Kanaz, which was coming up reversed, which I see as the magic rune. It's also the light that we create as humans, like fire, torches, how we can illuminate things between us. When it's reversed like that, I sense confusion, massive confusion, and that's really mirrored here in these runes, where you're seeking freedom, this new beginning, and a connection, and knowledge, insight. But above all of that is this upside down Unyu. She's a lack of companionship. You feel alone, confused, alone. I'm sensing kind of uprooted a little bit. Like maybe you felt stable and steady, but if you look at this, it's kind of like a flag and it's upside down, and I'm seeing it like maybe something happened or a thought process changed about someone and you just can't feel the companionship that you used to with them. I'm sorry. That's really rough. That's not something that's easy to go through. And I can understand why you're feeling confused. Like, I mean, who wouldn't feel confused in that? So, Kanaz is pointing here at an upside down rune. So let's take a look at what's upside down. Ooh. The witch rune, or Hagalaz, came up sideways. It was upside down. I take that to mean that it hasn't quite come yet. And it doesn't mean that it is coming, but it is something you can either herald in or avoid. And so that is something that you should take in context with the advice I give you here today. So the Hagalaz rune can be read two different, well, actually, it can be read many, many, many different ways. It is a very versatile rune. But the way that I'm reading it here in its sideways position is confusion is leading to hail. A hailstorm, a big upset. In times, in the ancient times, or ancient times, when the Norse mythology was assigning to these runes, hail was a big thing. Hail could destroy entire crops. Hail could devastate villages and countries for however long. But hail is also life force, because once it hits, it melts. And then you get water, you get life. So this confusion that I'm feeling here is leading to a big upset, a change. You can kind of equate it to the death card in tarot, but it's not quite right. Yeah. So that's what this confusion feels like it's leading to. It's leading to a big upset. And that's okay. Underneath here, off of the board, we have two runes. One is upside down and the other one is reversed and right side up. The one that I see instantly is now these. Now these I kind of take being crisis, need. It's upside down, so we could read that as an end to crisis, an end to need. Now, how I'm gonna read this really is gonna come up when I turn over this other rune here that's upside down and on top of it. So let's take a look. Now it is positioned close to the upside down rune, so I'm going to take that in context with the rune. Ansus, God's word, but while it's in its sideways position, meaning that you could be receiving spiritual or Alright, so it was upside down. Okay. If we read it close to this upside down rune here, or this reversed rune, a blockage of God's word, meaning if you don't listen, you don't listen to the world around you, you don't listen to the spirits, it could result in either an end to a crisis, or let me take a minute to look at this. It's upside down. So Ansus is not, you're currently not listening to God's word. And it's not being blocked either. So I'm going to take this as a future thing. I'm getting the sense that maybe someone around you is trying to block things, trying to block your own intuition, what the world is trying to tell you, what your gut is trying to tell you. Because that's God's word, really, is your gut, what the world says, what the universe is saying. Now, it has not been blocked yet. So what I'm thinking is if you forge through this blockage, yes, if you forge through this blockage here, you'll have an end to crisis. So what I'm seeing is, viewer, you just need to forge ahead. Trust yourself. I know that it's hard, especially when you have everyone talking at you and telling you what to do, how to do things, and what needs to be done. But the truth is that everyone is living their own story. So what worked for other people or what works for other people might not work for you. You need to go with you, your pathway, and only you know how to choose that. So I'm saying, don't let people block your own intuition. Don't let people block that gut feeling that you have. As long as you forge forward and you listen to yourself, you listen to the world, you listen to the spirits, that crisis, that need, you'll get through it. It'll end. Alright. So, to close out this reading, I'm going to get an ending written. Just a little advice here for you to see what's going to be the best movement. This is Elhaz, like the name of the tree in the original Avatar by James Cameron. It is the connection between us and the other realms, the spirits, what is all around us. Also Scorpio, if you're a Scorpio. My advice here is to really harness that connection between you and spirit, you and the world, nature. Go out into nature, sit in the grass, touch a tree, smell a flower, kick a rock. Do the things that really connect you to the earth, connect you to being. And that's where you're going to be able to listen to your gut and listen to your insight. Alright. Alright, Object One. I hope you get the protection that you're seeking, and I will send it to you in my thoughts. Thank you. Alright. Have a good day. And now we're going to move into the reading for Object 2, this bind rune. Let me just stretch out my legs. Alright, before we start, I'm going to tie a knot in this hemp rope to make an offering to the gods for guidance and protection in this reading, and thank them for their guidance and protection. Thank you. The spirits, to the universe, whoever you're listening to. We thank you. We ask you for guidance and protection. Please bring us good advice and positive outlook. Thanks. Alright. I'm gonna burn the end to seal it. And I'm told to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One out on its own. Good job. Alright. So, object 2. You chose this bind rune. When I made this bind rune, I had addiction in mind. This bind rune here is it's very pretty. But I made it during a hard time in my life. And I think maybe that calls to you. Maybe you're going through a hard time. You don't really feel like you're in the right placement, even though things might look good. Things might seem good on the surface, and they might, like other people, might even be envious of how good they look. But to you, you're really struggling. You're having a hard time. You're not feeling fully centered, fully finished. And that's tough. So let's take a look to see what the runes want to tell you today. If you're going through a hard time, I think what this is telling you is that this is the start to something new. Because you've always had this. Like, look at this. You might be going through a hard time, but look at how polished you are. You're beautiful. You got this? This always fucking nice. Alright. That's never happened before. Okay, so I don't know why I was told to throw down the runes like that. Maybe you're just feeling a little done with things. Maybe a little even violent. Like you just want to get like, not like violent, but you just want to get loud. You want to get angry. You're used to being proper, the right thing. You're used to doing the right thing. And you're ready to not do that anymore. I'm getting what else can I do by in Canto by the sister when she's singing to the main character whose name I can't currently remember, and she's saying, what else can I do? I'm sensing that for you, object 2. Alright, so let's take a look at your board here. Everything is all over the place, and only 2 of the runes landed on the board. So we have these 2 runes here, which are not turned over. We have these 2 runes here. And then over here by my books, we have these 2 runes. So, snapshot. Everything is in pairs. But this pair over here is separated by the cloth and the grass. And they're kind of in different orientations, so I'm sensing they're not quite fitting. And then this pair over here, one is flipped over, fully fleshed out, upright, and the other one is down, facing down. I can't see what it is. And then we have the 2 on the board, which are almost off the board, which are also upside down. And they're on top of each other though. So this feels like a good sign right here. These two on the board, they're almost off the board. They're on top of each other, and they're facing down, and I take that to mean that future coming. So let's take a look to see what these are. My first thought here is, since I started on the ones on the outside, I'm going to do that as well in the reading. So the first one that I have here is Elhaz in its sideways position. I take that to mean its stasis, its being position, which could mean witch or a disaster. A disaster happened. So maybe someone came in the form of a disaster. And that opened up Parathro. Now Parathro is the mystery rune, or the locked cup, like a gambling cup. It is in the right position where I would say, although there is a lot of mystery and a lot of curtains, maybe? I'm getting curtains, the sense of like the curtain in Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire, where there's just like, there's a veil over things. There's a lot of mystery, but maybe good fortune is to come. So, a disaster separated by cloth, leading to good fortune and mystery. So then, on the other side here, sorry, that's my cat. On the other side here, we have Elhaz, which is divine protection. It has been taken by a few awful groups as their symbol, but that's because it is a strong rune, and we're just going to take it back and read it as how it was meant to be read and written, apparently. Oh, okay. Maybe you're a writer or an artist, and maybe you're kind of going, like, not necessarily against the grain, but you're doing what other people might be turning their noses up at, or have turned their noses up at. Maybe you have even turned your nose up at this before. Yeah, I sense that. But to you it feels right, because this is upright. It feels right, like divine guidance, divine protection. So let's take a look to see what this other rune is next to it, upside down. Othala. This is another rune that's been taken by awful groups and made into their symbol, and we're going to take it back. So Othala is the family rune, or the heritage rune. Ooh, and heritage is sticking out to me here. So what I'm thinking is that now sometimes I read it when it's upside down like this as not currently happened, but that's not how I want to take it today. It's upside down like this, and I'm going to take that as advice. So you are divinely protected to turn your back on tradition. That is what I'm getting from these two right here. And if that's what you need to hear, then that's what you need to hear. You are divinely protected to turn your back on what other people might be telling you need to do. And I think what that means is that you know what you need to do. Oh yeah. You know what you need to do. But maybe the people around you, I'm getting family, heavy family, or community. Maybe the people around you turning up their noses at it are incredibly critical. And the spirits or the runes here are telling me, fuck them. Seriously, fuck them. You got this. Alright, so let's take a look to see what these two here on the board are. The couple that are not right side up, but are top of each other. That seems... Ha! Okay. I was wondering why. This is a couple reading, isn't it? A romance reading. Okay. So, the two on top of each other. Journey in its sideways position. A rough journey. Maybe one that's a little upside down from what you normally are used to, because I'm getting the sense that this is a completely opposite journey than you ever thought you would do before. But on top of that, mystical union. Coming together. Or sex magic. I think you might be attracted to someone that you're not supposed to be attracted to. I'm not getting that it's like infidelity or anything like that, though. I'm getting that it's something against the norms. Something that your family or your community probably wouldn't approve of. And you know what? This is your sign to say, fuck them. Fuck them. You got it. Alright, let's see. I think that's all you need to hear. Because you've already got this. Let's see what... Let's pull out a rune to see what advice I'm going to close out this reading with. Ooh. Oh, no, that's just awesome. Alright, so I'm using a bag, right? I can't see inside of here when I'm doing this. But I pulled out Manas, the partnership rune. I also like to equate it to the chariot in the in a love reading in tarot, where it is like a marriage coming together. Yeah. Follow your heart, object 2. That's what I'm getting. Because you know what you need to do. And it might be calamity. It might be completely what you're not used to and a huge mystery. But I think you know what the universe is telling you to do. You got it. Alright. Have a good day. I'm going to move on to object 3. I need to put out the hemp rope. Alright. Object 3. This is your reading. You picked the 10-sided dice that I use for tabletop roleplay, so you might be a bit of a nerd like me. So, what we're gonna do is we're going to make an offer. I'm going to make an offering. to the universe's spirits, I'm just going to make a knot here in this hemp rope. And in doing so, I'm going to ask for guidance and protection and thank the spirits, thank the universe and God for the guidance and protection that He's offering me. And then I'm going to burn. Oh, if I can find my lighter. I'm going to burn the end for this reading. Oh boy. You're a fiery one, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're a bit of a mystery. So the first thing I get here is if you pick this, well, the first thing is you don't like being a part of the crowd. You like standing out. You've got purple, so you're a bit, you're worse standing out. You are a bit high profile, high value, but you're also a bit of a mystery. You're a bit of a gamble. And if that doesn't resonate with you, then this is probably not your reading, because I'm getting a very strong personality here. One that can and will do anything, and believes that they can and will do anything, and likes that they're a bit of a mystery. I'm getting the sense that I should roll this dice and see what number comes out. So let's take a look at that. 8. Alright, so it fell off the board and landed on number 8. So 8 is actually a very spiritually significant number. It is, if turned sideways, as I did automatically without even thinking about it, is, the infinity symbol. It is a number of wholeness, of oneness, a number of balance. You may be an incredibly balanced individual, and you kind of choose to be headstrong or fiery because that's what you like. And I think that's good, right? That's really good. And so let's get into your reading here. I'm gonna shake up the bag. Alright. Let's see what the rune's gonna tell you today. Okay, so I got quite a few that wanted to come out, but instantly a lot of them are a mystery for me. So I think you would like that, right? Kind of like being a mystery, don't you? Yeah. So let's start out with the ones that I can see, which are only 2. The first one is the T rune, or Tiwaz, also standing for victory, success, and it's upside down. It's reversed. It's normally supposed to come up like this, but reversed is how it is. I'm getting the sense that you're feeling imbalanced. Maybe a failure happened, a big failure, something you're not used to. Yeah, something you're not used to, and it shook you up. It made you feel imbalanced. The first thing is that this rune here, Uruz, is sideways off of the board. So I feel like your strength, you feel like this failure or this imbalance has taken away your strength. Like, where did it go? It's not on the board. It's not there. Where'd it go? Yeah. Alright. So let's see what the failure is sitting on top of. Maybe we can get some insight. Ha! Alright, we got the blank rune. I always love it when the blank rune comes up. So the blank rune, it can be read many ways. I like to read it as a new beginning, like the Fool card in tarot. A new beginning that you are completely ignorant of where it can go. Maybe a little optimistic. I think you're optimistic about most things, though. Yeah, you're wanting to be optimistic about this. And but I feel like maybe you're a little scared because you feel imbalanced and you feel like your strength is gone. So let's see what's on top of this. Let's see what these two runes are over the failure and yeah. Alright, so oh boy. That's interesting. So yeah, and ice. These are two very opposite runes. But I think that makes a lot of sense for you. Yeah, so Jack means harvest, right? The time where you have sown a lot of seeds and it's plentiful. A new beginning, harvest season, you have this beauty available, this lushness. But it's next to ice. The thing that comes to my mind when I think of ice is contemplation. Isa, contemplation, 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 contemplation. Oh, I think maybe you're a bit stuck in contemplation. You're seeing this harvest, this bountiful, beautiful harvest, and it's there, but something is stopping you from taking it. So, what is that? My first thought is, what is this little rune over here underneath the board that is upside down? That is kind of hidden. Because I think that might be the root of our problem. It's a little hidden. Maybe it's hidden from you. But I don't think most things are hidden from you. I think maybe you're hiding it from yourself. It's a very interesting rune to come up. And it was upside down. Oh god damn, is this another love reading? Okay. This rune is Gabo, or God's gift. It is a symbolism of the mystic union or sex. Now, it was upside down and hidden. So I think I'm getting the sense that maybe you're attracted to someone that you don't quite understand and you don't know if they're a good pick, but you're very, very, very attracted to them. And you want it. You want that mystical union with them. But you're kind of hiding that. And maybe even from yourself a little bit. Maybe you don't want to really look at it. That you like this person. Or this union. So let's take a look at these two runes up here. Now upside down. Ah! Oh boy. What was I fucking saying? What was I fucking saying? They were like this. Unyo. Joyful companionship. Coming together. Really joyful companionship. Like best friends. Like the fucking movie Best Friends. Hollywood Best Friends. And it's in its stasis position. Would I say like its sideways position? Which I would say means that it's like it's there. And you know it's there. You know that if you just turn over these runes, you'll get joyful companionship and partnership. This is Manaz. This is the man rune, which, if you look at it, is two of the joyful companionships put together. Marriage, partnership, very strong bond. Yeah. So what are you waiting for? Why are you hiding it? You know it's there. Why are you stuck? Why is your strength gone? Why is it off the board? Let's take a look at this last rune here. That makes a lot of sense. So this one was upside down. But when I turn it over, it is the family rune, or heritage rune, upside down, reversed. And it's off the board, too, with your strength. So, I'm getting the sense, a lot like object 2, you are attracted to someone, or incredibly attracted to someone. But in being so, it has shook up your whole state of being, and you know that your family or your community wouldn't be okay with it. You would be disappointing them, and that takes away your strength. So you're hiding it. You're hiding it even from yourself. So let's take a look and see. Let's just pull one last rune and see what advice the universe or the runes or the spirits have for you. To guys, if you remember when I was here with the two news put together, you can see they come together to form Dagaz, or daylight, clarity. I see this as light shining on something. Clarity. So, as advice, listen to what feels right. Like, if you're doing something what people expect you to do, but it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Listen to what feels right, to what the universe, your gut, is telling you. Because I think that will help you feel better. Victory and success. Alright, that was a bit of a short reading for how many runes came out, but I think you should look at Object 2's reading, and kind of put it together, because You are a very strong, balanced individual, very fiery. You go for what you go for, and you're not normally afraid to do so. But you don't want to disappoint people, and I understand that. But you can't live your life in disappointment either. It's not fair to you. So, do with that what you will, and I hope you have a good day. This is the end of the readings, and I want all of my viewers to know that I'm here with you if you need me. And go on with the strength that you have. You have it, and you know that you do. Use it to protect yourself and others. You're worth it. Okay? Have a good day.